Welcome to Be Stoic, your source for timeless wisdom and practical guidance to navigate life's challenges. Today, we are exploring one of the most difficult personality types to deal with: narcissists. These individuals thrive on manipulation, dominance, and provoking emotional reactions. They can leave you feeling drained, frustrated, and even doubting your own self-worth. But with the help of Stoic philosophy, you can face them with confidence, calm, and clarity. This video will reveal 7 transformative strategies inspired by the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. These methods are not about confrontation or revenge. They're about regaining your power, protecting your inner peace, and acting with integrity. If you stay with us until the end, you'll have a complete guide to handling narcissists effectively while staying true to your values. Make sure to subscribe to Be Stoic to continue receiving insights that transform your life. Strategy 1. Emotional detachment. The first step in dealing with a narcissist is mastering emotional detachment. Narcissists are experts at creating chaos and eliciting reactions. They use this as a tool to control, manipulate, and disrupt your peace. If you react emotionally to their provocations, you give them the power they crave. Emotional detachment, however, allows you to reclaim control over your own state of mind. Marcus Aurelius teaches us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This principle is the cornerstone of emotional detachment. The behavior of a narcissist is external noise. It does not define you, nor does it have to disturb your internal peace. Consider a situation where a narcissist criticizes you in front of others, perhaps to embarrass or belittle you. Your immediate instinct might be to defend yourself or retaliate, but such a reaction only fuels their agenda. Instead, pause, take a deep breath, and remember that their words reflect their character, not your worth. Responding with silence or a calm, neutral statement such as, "I understand your perspective," can be disarming. Practicing emotional detachment doesn't happen overnight. It requires intentional effort to train your mind to see provocations for what they are, fleeting external attempts to disrupt your composure. A helpful practice is visualization. Picture yourself as an immovable rock in the middle of a stormy sea. The waves crash around you, but you remain steadfast and unaffected. Each time a narcissist attempts to provoke you, recall this image and let it guide your response. This isn't about avoiding confrontation, but about choosing your battles wisely. Emotional detachment frees you from the chaos others create, allowing you to act with clarity and integrity. By refusing to give a narcissist the emotional reaction they seek, you undermine their influence and strengthen your own position. Strategy 2. Firm boundaries. Equally essential in handling narcissists is the establishment of firm boundaries. Narcissists excel at testing limits and exploiting vulnerabilities. Without clear boundaries, they will continue to push further, seeking to control or manipulate you. Setting boundaries is not an act of aggression, but a declaration of self-respect and self-control. Epictetus reminds us, some things are in our control and others not. Your boundaries are within your control. They define how others can interact with you and ensure your time, energy, and values are protected. When a narcissist crosses a line, respond with clarity and calmness. For instance, if they attempt to involve you in unnecessary drama, you might say, "I'm not comfortable discussing this further." The language you use should be direct but not confrontational. The goal is to communicate your limits in a way that leaves no room for misinterpretation. However, it's not enough to simply set boundaries. You must also enforce them consistently. Narcissists are persistent. They will test your resolve, hoping to find a weak point. If you waver or make exceptions, they will exploit this as permission to continue overstepping. Staying firm in your boundaries sends a clear message that you are not easily manipulated. Establishing boundaries also requires self-awareness. Reflect on what matters most to you, your time, your energy, your peace of mind, and identify the situations where these are at risk. Once you understand your priorities, it becomes easier to articulate and defend them. This process is empowering, as it shifts the focus from what the narcissist wants to what you value. Boundaries are not walls designed to isolate you, but guidelines that promote healthy interactions and mutual respect. By setting and maintaining them, you protect yourself from exploitation and create an environment where your dignity is preserved. A narcissist may resist or even retaliate, but over time, they will learn that you are not someone they can easily manipulate. Strategy 3. Logical responses. Narcissists thrive on emotional drama. They create chaos not just to dominate but to distract others from their real motives. A hallmark of their behavior is the use of exaggerated accusations or manipulative stories to provoke reactions. The key to disarming this tactic lies in responding with logic instead of emotion. When you refuse to be emotionally drawn into their narrative, you deprive them of the attention and control they seek. Seneca reminds us, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. This is particularly true when dealing with a narcissist. Their manipulative tactics are designed to create a distorted perception of reality. By focusing on logic, you ground yourself in truth and clarity, making it nearly impossible for them to confuse or manipulate you. Imagine a narcissist blaming you for the failure of a project, despite clear evidence to the contrary. Instead of reacting defensively or emotionally, respond with calm, fact-based questions. You might say, "What specific actions do you believe contributed to the outcome?" Or, "Can you provide evidence to support your claim?" These responses shift the conversation from emotional accusations to objective analysis, forcing the narcissist to confront their own inconsistencies. Logical responses also demonstrate self-control, a quality narcissists often lack. Your calm, measured tone can frustrate their attempts to provoke you while reinforcing your credibility in the eyes of others. It's important, however, to remember that the goal is not to win an argument, but to neutralize their influence. Keep your responses brief, focused, and free of emotional undertones. By anchoring yourself in logic, you maintain your composure and ensure that the conversation remains rooted in reality. Over time, this approach discourages narcissists from targeting you as they realize their tactics are ineffective. Strategy 4. Focusing on your sphere of control. One of the most liberating teachings of Stoicism is the concept of the sphere of control. Narcissists often attempt to drag others into their world of chaos, making you feel responsible for their emotions or actions. This can be exhausting and emotionally draining. The Stoics, however, remind us that we only have control over our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. Everything else, including the behavior of others, is beyond our power. Epictetus teaches us, it is not events that disturb people, but their judgments about them. This principle is particularly relevant when dealing with narcissists. Their actions may be disruptive, but your response determines whether or not they disturb your peace. Consider a narcissist who habitually blames others for their mistakes. You might feel compelled to correct their behavior or defend yourself against their accusations. However, this only draws you further into their chaos. Instead, focus on what you can control, your response. You might calmly state, "I understand your perspective, but I am responsible for my own actions, not yours," and leave it at that. By focusing on your sphere of control, you free yourself from the mental and emotional burden of trying to manage the narcissist's behavior. This doesn't mean you ignore their actions, but rather that you refuse to let them dictate your emotions or priorities. When you stay centered in your own values and goals, the narcissist's attempts to disrupt your life lose their power. This principle also applies to your energy and attention. Narcissists often demand excessive amounts of both, leaving you depleted and distracted from what truly matters. By consciously directing your energy toward things within your control, your work, relationships, and personal growth, you reclaim your time and preserve your peace. The sphere of control is a powerful reminder that you are not obligated to fix or accommodate a narcissist's problems. Your responsibility lies in how you choose to live your life, not in how others expect you to behave. Strategy 5. The power of silence. Silence is a weapon the Stoics wielded with great effect. In a world filled with noise, silence has the ability to disarm, confuse, and command respect. For narcissists, who often use words as weapons, whether through insults, endless arguments, or manipulative stories, silence can be particularly unsettling. It denies them the attention and validation they crave, rendering their tactics ineffective. Marcus Aurelius advises us, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." When confronted by a narcissist's verbal onslaught, you don't have to respond. Your silence can communicate far more than words ever could. It shows that you are not affected by their provocations and that their attempts to control the conversation have failed. For example, if a narcissist begins a heated argument, accusing you of things you didn't do, you might feel the urge to defend yourself. Instead, simply remain silent. Let them speak without interruption, offering no reaction. Their words will eventually lose momentum, and your composure will stand in stark contrast to their chaotic behavior. Silence is not about passivity or avoidance. It is an active choice to disengage from situations that do not deserve your energy or attention. It is a demonstration of strength and self-discipline, qualities that narcissists often lack. Over time, your silence will frustrate their attempts to provoke you, discouraging further attempts at manipulation. In practicing silence, you also give yourself the opportunity to reflect and respond more thoughtfully. Narcissists thrive on impulsive reactions, but a Stoic approach requires patience and deliberation. By remaining silent, you create space to consider your next move, ensuring that it aligns with your values and priorities. Silence is a powerful tool for maintaining your peace and integrity in the face of narcissistic behavior. It allows you to rise above their provocations, demonstrating that your strength lies not in reacting to others, but in staying true to yourself. Strategy 6. Leading by example. Narcissists often resist criticism and advice, no matter how constructive or well-intentioned. They are driven by an inflated sense of self and an unwillingness to acknowledge fault or seek growth. Trying to correct their behavior directly can feel like talking to a wall. Instead of engaging in futile arguments, Stoic philosophy encourages us to lead by example. Seneca reminds us, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve." While you may not be able to improve a narcissist directly, you can inspire change in others by demonstrating Stoic virtues in your own actions. Integrity, composure, and kindness are powerful responses to manipulation and arrogance. For instance, if a narcissist at work criticizes others unfairly, avoid engaging in a counterproductive argument. Instead, offer support and encouragement to those affected by the narcissist's behavior. Your actions will serve as a silent but effective contrast to the narcissist's negativity. Others will notice your calm and principled demeanor, and it will speak volumes about your character. By focusing on your own conduct, you remind yourself of what you can control, your thoughts, words, and actions. Narcissists may continue their manipulative tactics, but they cannot undermine the power of a consistent, virtuous example. Over time, your unwavering integrity may even influence the narcissist indirectly, showing them that their behavior gains them no advantage. Leading by example is not about changing the narcissist, but about staying true to your values. It is a declaration that you will not compromise your principles, no matter how challenging the circumstances. This quiet strength is often more impactful than any words could ever be. Strategy 7. Cultivating inner resilience. At the core of Stoicism is the belief that true strength comes from within. Narcissists often attempt to undermine the confidence of those around them, seeking to elevate themselves by diminishing others. To counter this, you must cultivate a deep and unshakable sense of self-worth. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." Narcissists often present their opinions as absolute truths, using them to belittle or manipulate others. By grounding yourself in Stoic principles, you can separate their opinions from your reality. Their words may sting momentarily, but they cannot touch the core of who you are. Building inner resilience requires daily reflection and self-awareness. One practical method is journaling. At the end of each day, take time to write down your thoughts, challenges, and achievements. Reflect on how you handled difficult interactions, including those with narcissists. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small, and use any setbacks as opportunities for growth. Gratitude is another powerful tool for cultivating resilience. By focusing on the things you appreciate in your life, your values, relationships, and accomplishments, you strengthen your sense of self and become less susceptible to external negativity. Gratitude reminds you that your worth is not defined by the opinions or actions of others, but by the virtues you cultivate within yourself. Resilience also involves setting realistic expectations. Narcissists are unlikely to change, and expecting them to do so can lead to frustration. Instead, focus on what you can change, your responses, priorities, and perspective. When you approach interactions with a narcissist from a place of strength and self-assurance, their attempts to control or undermine you will lose their power. Inner resilience is the ultimate armor against narcissistic behavior. It allows you to remain calm in the face of provocation, confident in your worth, and steadfast in your values. By cultivating this resilience, you not only protect yourself but also inspire others to do the same. Dealing with narcissists is a challenge, but Stoic philosophy provides a clear and empowering path forward. By embracing emotional detachment, setting firm boundaries, responding with logic, and focusing on your sphere of control, you take the first steps toward reclaiming your peace. The power of silence, leading by example, and cultivating inner resilience further reinforce your ability to navigate these interactions with grace and strength. Remember, the goal is not to change the narcissist, but to protect your own peace and integrity. By applying these strategies, you transform difficult encounters into opportunities for growth and self-mastery. Narcissists may continue their attempts to provoke or manipulate, but their actions will no longer have the power to disturb your inner world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Stoic wisdom. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to Be Stoic and share your thoughts in the comments. Together, we can cultivate a life of resilience, clarity, and purpose. Until next time, stay strong, stay stoic.